Before we start this podcast, let me preface you that we have all of our episodes uploaded to Spotify, including this one. Now let's get to the episode.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 6 of One and a Half Mexicans. Well, Cyrus, it's 9 days left in this year. What do you think?
Wait, this has been a year?
I know. I still think it's March.
It felt like this was like a decade. How's this only
decade,
been
not
going
even.
on for a year?
You think 2020 is a preview to 2021, or things gonna get better?
I hope it'll get better. But I have no clue.
Dude, your crappy singing won't fix it. It's probably gonna make things worse.
Oh yeah, well what will fix it?
Well, we'll fix it. I don't
Tell
know,
me,
dude.
Sway.
I have no
What's
idea.
gonna fix it?
Well, definitely not your singing, but I have an idea. All right.
Let's hear it.
We build bomb shelters. Shelters, all right? And then we dig another bomb shelter under that bomb shelter and just hide there for the next 20 years. And then once we emerge from there, let's see what happens.
Okay, Mr. Alex Jones.
Alex Jones turned the freaking frogs gay.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure they're
how else are they going to go extinct? Isn't that how all extinction events occur?
I mean, you just forgot the meteor.
Oh, that's just code for something else.
Code? I mean, it does involve balls. Sheesh. All right, but on the brighter side, at least the FDA approved the Moderna
The
vaccine.
FDA approved crack.
When did they approve crack?
When I got in office.
Oh yes, President Herrera, amazing. Wow, the people chose a good president. Dude, didn't you get impeached and removed?
Listen, I didn't get impeached. I stepped down.
Oh yeah? Who stepped in?
Nixon's corpse.
Obama? Nixon's corpse. Yes, a less corrupt president.
Don't worry, Watergate wasn't even a thing. It was just like, one of those myths, like how Lincoln freed the slaves. No, he didn't. The slaves freed themselves.
Oh wow, I love the conspiracy theories. I love the blatant lies. You know, if this was Facebook, people would have ate that up. I'm not even gonna lie.
You know what? We should post this to Facebook.
Just start. Oh no. Oh wait, actually we could, but we get canceled. So
By
no,
who?
don't do
Everybody
that. Don't do that.
outside of Facebook?
Wait, actually, yeah, by everyone outside of
Yeah.
Facebook. Just create a group called I don't know the. Hey, don't put your last name, alright? They know you're Mexican. They hate Mexicans.
Yeah. But wait, it's just pretty much all old people on Facebook, and there's some old Mexicans on there too.
Just put the people fight for freedom.
No, I just have
Boom.
all I have is the American flag. That's it. Nothing else. And I'll have a million people in the group by no time.
Or just say you hate aliens. That's all.
Mexicans or
Both. Both illegal. Yo, have you ever wondered if aliens actually landed in the U.S., how those like anti-immigrant people would react?
I mean, they swam over here, so
Not the Mexicans, like actual aliens.
I mean, if you look at how Mexico is, it is pretty extraterrestrial. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Oh my god. Yo, you're half Mexican, all right? You can't say that about Mexico. I don't even think you have been outside the U.S. Get out of here.
I've barely been outside of Chicago.
See? And this is why you want to move into the burbs, all right? You're not built for a city environment full of minorities.
Yeah, I guess. But what were you saying about aliens?
Oh yeah, so I wonder how people would react if like aliens like come in. No, actually, I think there's either one of two ways. They'll be super interested in aliens, or they'll be super scared, or a mixture between
I
both.
feel like I'll be the mixture. It depends on
Mixture?
on how advanced they are.
I mean, if they're light years away, if their planet is light years away from our planet, they have to be like what, 1,000,000 years or 1,000,000,000 years ahead of us. Because look, if Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are dedicating their whole lives to getting people on Mars, and we haven't, gotten people to Mars yet, and it's how advanced are we?
Yeah, I suppose.
Sure, we gotten people up to the moon, and we have satellites orbiting around the planet, but we haven't really sent people farther than the moon.
I think the only time that we're ever going to see aliens is when we start sending our junk into space. Because once we send so much debris and everything into space, the the alien space force is gonna blow up Earth just so that just so that we're not.
Hey, have you ever seen like those old men that like, yell at you when you have stuff on their lawn?
Who, me or the aliens?
Exactly. No, the aliens would be like that one old man that yells at your family for having stuff on his
Oh
lawn.
yeah, have you seen Monster House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that one. I was thinking about Monster House. Hey, but at least the aliens don't have a fat wife to take control of the UFO.
What do you mean? She is the UFO.
Hey, Cyrus, aren't you American? Don't make fun of her. You know, not thinking about it, I thought we were gonna leave 2020 on a good note, but scientists in London found a new strain of the virus. You hear about that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's more. I don't know. People said it's not as deadly, or that they don't know if it's as deadly as the original strain, but they know it's more infectious.
Hopefully it's like one of those things like, in order to gain some you lose some. Like in order to gain an infection rate you have to lose the deadliness. But I don't know. I just hope everything goes well. I heard that
The U.S. Made a travel ban on England, so that's good.
yeah. And I heard like once the news was announced, like England announced a 24-hour like travel window. Like you either have to stay or get out of England in 24 hours. If you don't, you're staying in England, or you're staying wherever you are after those 24 hours. So it was like a large rush of people trying to get from point A to point B, and I imagine that that's going to cause an even larger spread of the virus since they were all packed together.
They started relieving restrictions in Britain, and because they found out that it has increased transmission, they went all the way back to tier 4. So it's quarantine. You can't get out of your house or apartment or whatever.
And I know that this is just driving the conservatives in Britain crazy. I'm not sure if they're called
they're all
conservative,
conservative.
but
They're pretty much all conservative. The people in power are.
what about KSI?
KSI? Dude, oh, I forgot. Prime Minister KSI. Jeez. I'm still waiting on him to make FIFA free.
I'm still waiting on FIFA to actually update.
No, to get better. Yo,
If graphics didn't improve, those sports games would literally be the exact same year to year.
there's just different players on different teams.
Yeah.
And then a new interface.
I'm surprised that nobody has made a mod yet to make to put the right players on the right team, because paying $60 a year for the exact same game, it's not worth it.
Yeah, FIFA's kind of dying.
Yeah. And is it that do they like shut down the previous game's server like when the new one releases?
I don't know. I don't play sports games. I only play COD. Oh, dude, I've been playing COD this whole.
I wouldn't say that COD is.
No, I've been playing Cold War this whole weekend, and oh my god, there's so many campers. It's insane.
And I'm every single one of them.
There's a camper. Huh?
And I'm every single one of them.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get their IP address, and then if I find out it's you, I'm gonna strangle you. I'm just kidding.
Private IP. Try to find out where they live with that one. But I don't know. I don't really like COD that much. I mean, it seems fun, especially the older games, but I much more prefer Halo.
No, but you have to agree, alright? If you haven't raged at a game and said you hate it, then it wasn't a good game.
Wait, what do you say?
If you haven't raged at a game and yelled at it and called it a bad game, that game wasn't good. If you haven't done those things.
Yeah, I guess, because just this past week, I started playing my my old Pac-Man World 2 game on the PS2, and even though that
you hooked up your PS2,
yeah, even though that it's a children's great game, it's so hard. Like I got stuck on this one level for like, I don't know, like 20 times, and I got so mad at the game. but it's so fun. Like if you never played the game, you have to play it.
I don't have the PS2. I was an Xbox kid since the original.
What a loser.
What a You want to know how much of a loser I am? I've never had a Nintendo console.
Not even the Wii?
Not even the Wii.
You know what? We should just end this podcast. All right, everybody. That was a good podcast. We'll see you all never.
I'm just kidding.
But how have you ever played the Wii before?
No, dude, I played it. I just never owned one.
Why not? Did your parents not?
Why not?
Did your parents not want it?
I was an Xbox kid. So I was already playing violent games by the time I was like 8 or something, 6 or 8.
I guess, but I don't know. I just like the family aspect of it.
I don't know. I think it was just me, but I just liked. I started playing Halo when did Halo 3 come out? I think it was like
2008, something like that.
2007, 2008. So I started playing Halo 3 with my cousins. I wasn't any good, but still, I mean, I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's where I first experienced people raging. Wow. Now I am one of those people. No, because my older brother, he was like super into Halo.
Yeah.
And my older cousins too. And then they would join online lobbies. And then all you hear is people yelling the N-word, saying they'll sleep with your mom. Like, regular Xbox 360.
Yeah. The classic
lobbies.
era.
The classic era where nobody really cared if you said the N-word.
Yeah.
Or threatened to rape your mom,
Over and over again. Just because you got that one headshot.
Exactly.
I never really... You go ahead.
Modern Warfare 2 was those lobbies. Those were toxic. I think that's where I got a lot of my toxicity from. It's not even that they stopped. It's not. They didn't even use the N-word anymore. They just start getting creative.
Like what?
And for the sake of YouTube and podcasts, I won't be disclosing that.
Disclose it in code.
Beep 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 beep. No, I'm just kidding.
Like what were the types of things they were saying?
Always involved your mom, your dad.
Okay.
Killing.
Oh.
Raping.
Oh.
Enslaving.
Oh.
The N-word.
Nice.
And there's also another common one, but I forgot.
That just sounds like a classic Xbox banter to me.
Exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. You're just fired up, and it's like a moment thing.
Yeah. For me, I never really played games online. For most of my life, I've just played single-player games.
Have you ever watched FaZe in their prime, or no?
No. Were they how good were they? Were they just popular, or were they actually really good?
They're actually really good. They're really good at Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2's trick shotting.
It's funny how
they're
went
good at sniping.
It's funny how they went from just straight just complete good gaming to just somewhat
garbage
of a vlogger
content.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, garbage content.
Like Jake Paul style stuff.
No, speaking of Jake Paul, you heard that they're fighting? He's fighting Mayweather in an exhibition, the 21st.
Yeah, and who is the Logan supposed to be fighting? Or is he not supposed to be fighting somebody?
Or not Jake Paul, Logan Paul. I was thinking about Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
I'm pretty sure they
Logan Paul's
hate
supposed to be
that.
fighting Mayweather.
I'm pretty sure both of them hate that their names get confused.
I mean, they're both douchebags.
Yeah, but one of them is way worse.
Yeah, Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul's a joke when it comes to boxing. He doesn't even know how to box. He during the Nate Robinson fight, he was trying to tackle Nate Robinson, and that's MMA.
This isn't football.
He would get under him. He would try to get under him like MMA and most likely shove him down.
He tried to toss him over the ropes. It's not even MMA. It's WWE.
Yeah, I have to agree, Cyrus. It's like WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, most of it's all staged. I mean, I don't think the fights was staged. I just feel like a lot of the situations they put themselves in like real life to make them want to fight is staged for the clout.
The fights might be staged because do they get more money if they win?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you still get a crap load of money even if you lose.
Yeah. That's why I feel like for the matches it should be all or nothing. Like you have to beat them to win the money. If you go away losing, you get nothing at all except for shame.
This is why I don't like boxing. MMA is much better. Or I mean, you have like really good boxers like Canelo.
I mean, MMA is
Who,
way more violent. That's like street
that's
fight
why
type stuff.
it's like
If like
do
street
whatever you
fighters knew
can
how to
to.
fight.
It's like do whatever you can that's legal to try to beat the other opponent. You know.
Yeah, it's basically try not to kill them. That's the only rule to MMA. Try not to kill them.
And even then, there's sometimes where you beat them to a pulp where they almost die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's almost Christmas. Two more days until Christmas Eve. Hey, Cyrus,
It's
do you have anything planned?
Christmas. Um, no, not
Yo,
really.
I'm gonna ask Santa Claus. I'm gonna ask Santa Claus. You know what I'm gonna ask Santa Claus for?
What? Better 2021.
No, he can't bring that.
I can.
Not even God can bring that. If he brought us 2020, God can't even bring that.
Well, then what do you wish
There's this.
for?
There's this like. I just want like I'm asking. I guess I could ask Santa for this, but dude, we have to survive 2021. All right, we have to survive.
Uh-oh. I think I hear the libertarian coming out in you.
What do you mean?
I thought you were about to say like, we have to pack up, grab our guns, and hide in our
Grab
shelter.
our guns and take over the government. No, I'm not gonna do
It's
that.
pronounced the government.
What in the Ebonics?
But anyway, what were you saying about Santa?
No, I'm just gonna ask Santa to have us survive next year. No, you already know
Santa
how
will rather get
materialistic
you
I am. I'm not even that materialistic.
Santa will rather get you a Bugatti than fulfill that wish.
Bugatti. Oh wow. Hey, how did you find out Santa wasn't real?
Let me. I'm trying to think. How did I find out? You go first because I'm trying to think.
When I was in third grade, um, my mom sent me to the garage because we had a second fridge where we would store stuff, like stuff that didn't fit in our home fridge. So then, one, uh, I think it was like a couple days before Christmas.
Yeah.
She sent me out, and I saw like presents hidden away like in a tight corner. All right, I didn't think much of it. You know, I was like, oh, they're probably doing like a toy drive and stuff. But then my little brain started thinking, oh, okay, so I got the stuff she asked me to get, and then like that walk back home or like walk back into the house. I thought to myself, okay, I know my mom's charitable, but she got an expensive Lego for charity.
She ain't that charitable.
Yeah, she ain't that charitable.
She
So
ain't
then I go
Dolly
back in the
Parton.
house, and then for the rest of the day, I didn't think much of it. And then once Christmas time came, I saw the same presents under the tree. You know, we unwrapped them, and I saw the same presents. So my whole outlook of Christmas changed from that. I was like, what? I was in third grade, so that was 2012 to 2013. Yeah, I was like,
And it was at
yeah, I was
that
like
moment,
8 or 9.
it was at that moment you realized everything in your life was a lie.
No, I was 9. No, there we go. Yeah, I was 9. So that's when I knew my parents have lied to me. And then like after that, I had like next year, fourth grade, I had like this whole epiphany where if that's not real, then if it's God's real, and then the tooth fairy real, and then
Is
you
the
want me to tell the
3/5
story how
or like if the 3/5 compromise was real?
of course it's real.
Is it still real?
All right, is it still real? I mean, go to Alabama and see if it's still real.
Ding 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 ding.
Sweet home Alabama.
But for me and Christmas, I don't remember like how I realized Santa wasn't real. I think it was just something like, oh, like I woke up and saw my mom wrapping up Christmas gifts, and then like I went back to
Well,
sleep
wow, very exciting.
because I don't like opening up Christmas gifts early. It kind of takes the
Oh,
magic
so you
out.
want to like savor the moment in
Yeah.
like Christmas Day or something? Okay.
Like even if for some reason like my mom gives me the present on the 20th and says like, "Hey, you can open this now and save the rest for later." I would just put it back under the tree and open all of them together just so that it feels,
And
magical.
the funny part is that I think because I'm a night owl, I mean, on average, I sleep like 5 in the morning, which
Yeah.
is really dumb. But at the same time, I'm an insomniac, so I can't really sleep well. Uh, I think my parents had to get smart because I could hear them in like scurrying around, like wrapping presents in their room and like placing them under the tree.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had to adapt to my situation. Luckily, I haven't gotten anything these past couple of years because I'm not that materialistic. I like really don't care. I mean, as long as they're healthy and I'm healthy, that's all I really care about.
Yeah. For
So
for me,
yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how a house is going to fit under the Christmas tree.
Wait, how legal you are? I mean, you are half Mexican and
No.
half black, so you
I
can't
said
really be that legal.
I said I wonder how a house is going to fit under the Christmas tree.
Why do you want a house? You want to pay mortgage? You want to pay your bills
No.
and stuff?
They're
Your
giving
taxes?
No, I want a free house so that I don't have to pay for anything.
Dude, just go to Section 8.
That's
Go
not
to
a
get
house.
government
That's a
assistance.
prison.
Hey, still free.
I suppose, but not free for the taxpayers.
All right, all right. Are you gonna start rambling about taxation being theft?
I mean, what else is it? But no, I'm
It's
not.
used as government revenue. I mean, with the government we have now, I think it is theft because they
Yeah,
don't use it for the right things. But if we had like a government that actually used taxpayer money for the good of the American people,
yeah.
they
If
would do it.
if the government wasn't corrupt, people wouldn't be saying that taxation is theft.
It's mostly libertarians and like really conservative people.
Yeah,
I was on Omega, political
but
Omega.
but you know, but
Sunday
you
with my
know,
friend.
why it's mostly those demographics is because not necessarily a lot of them live in rural areas, but the fact that a lot of the people in rural areas are conservative, and rural areas they don't get that much benefits from the taxes they pay. They basically get nothing, while areas that are more democratic, they get a lot of the tax benefits because most of the democratic areas are cities and stuff, which are maintained and kept up and built well and everything. So that's probably why conservatives complain about it more.
And I think that's where they could manipulate you too, because they know that those people that support them are in need and are desperate for help. So then they'll take advantage of that desperation and then use it to for political gain. I
Yeah,
mean
like
both.
how
I
the
mean both political parties do that. I'm not even gonna lie, but I
yeah,
feel
like
like uh,
how the Democrats promise black people that they'll help them out, while whenever a Democrat is elected, they do the bare minimum to help us out.
I mean they did bomb a lot of brown people when Obama was there and Bush was there.
Yeah, but they're not in the U.S., so they don't matter.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm glad Trump's out, but at the same time, I wonder what's gonna change with Biden. Sure, he's gonna reverse a lot of the policies and improve the economy, but I wonder socially how we're gonna change because Biden's a Keynesian or Keynesian he believes in Keynesian economics, where if the GDP is high, that it means the government should take credit for it. You know.
Uh,
So
I mean, in a sense, they should take credit for it because they're not enforcing any laws to stop big business from like getting
yeah,
too
but the
big.
problem with the problem with the Keynesian economics is GDP, like GDP growth and like overall like good GDP doesn't represent like how the people are doing. It's
Yeah,
not
of
like a good
course.
measurement to uh s- like tell people like how they're doing. I mean, look at right now. We most likely we're in a recession and unemployment is gonna go down. It's like going up and down, but
Yeah,
it's mainly staying down and stagnant. All right.
yeah.
I think we have
The
like currently
economy.
like 21 million.
Yeah, because the economy bad, a lot of people are unemployed, but the richest people on earth got even richer in 2020.
Right.
So while everybody else is suffering, the ones on top got even on topper.
Exactly. They're like 0.00001% now.
Yeah. Like the
I
one
mean, look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk was like what,
Elon Musk
the
is now the
40th
third.
richest?
He's now the third
40th?
richest.
No, he was like the 40th richest starting 2020.
Yeah.
And now he's the third richest.
Yeah. The between
That
Arnold or before Arnold Bernard or however you pronounce his name, then Jeff Bezos.
So it was Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and
No, I think it was Bernard
was
Arnold. Whoever runs Louis
I think
Vuitton.
Bernard Arnold was fourth, and so it's Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Bernard Arnold.
Yeah. And now what's its face? The lizard guy. Oh.
But Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
now he's like
Nah,
worth
let's still refer to him as the lizard guy.
yeah. Now he's worth like 80 billion, and I think before he was like 50 or something like that. And I was surprised to see that I think he's what, only 33?
He's 33, but he's done a lot of shady stuff that I wouldn't trust.
Yeah. I mean, Facebook is shady on its own.
Right. I don't trust Facebook whatsoever. And like I was telling you before, I think it's really shady uh how he's Jewish but also supports, you know, racist anti-Semitic groups on, or he doesn't support them, he just lets that happen.
Yeah.
You know, anti-Semitic propaganda on Facebook.
Maybe he has the ideology of like free speech, like not I know like there's free speech laws, but I'm saying to the extent where you could say anything you want anywhere, even if it's on a private platform like Facebook, you could say it and not get in trouble. Maybe that's like the belief he has, but I don't know. Maybe it's just
I mean,
purely economic.
going back to the vaccine, I logged into my mom's Facebook on her phone and just to see like what people were saying about the vaccine. So I
Wow,
went
bro,
to
you
right wing
hacking?
Facebook. No, I like I said, I literally went on her phone, dude. Calm down. And like I went to right wing Facebook, and a lot of it was propaganda against the vaccines,
Right wing
saying
Facebook
that
is pretty much as bad as left wing Twitter. They both melt your brain.
I think right wing's worse. I mean, sure, left wing Twitter could cancel you in like 3.68 seconds, but still. I mean, you haven't lived the American dream if you haven't gotten canceled on Twitter at least once.
At least once.
At least once.
But
Because
yeah,
there's difference between actually getting canceled and getting Twitter canceled.
yeah,
Because Twitter canceled won't end your career. Like getting canceled by some scandal, some like extreme scandal by
yeah, like some
actual.
Kevin Spacey stuff.
Yeah, no, Kevin Spacey was screwed up with all those little boys he sexually assaulted.
Yeah,
No, and
and
I found it funny how once he gets caught, he decides to be brave and like come out as gay.
yeah, like that's not brave. That's just like it's like yeah, we know, we heard what happened with you and you know.
Yeah, well, you met those little boys. You know. So what's up?
But yeah, one thing about the vaccine that it's something that clicked with me after I watched the video. You know how people are complaining about how the vaccine was rushed. Even I was like somewhat skeptical of it.
I mean,
Um,
didn't you say your mom was skeptical last episode?
yeah, and
Yeah.
but the thing is that since COVID is like kind of closely related to the SARS vaccine that was like what almost 20 years ago, 15 20 years ago, whatever it was. They had most of the work done for the virus, so they didn't have to that and the fact that the whole world was working on the virus too. It wasn't like, a flu that people were like, yeah, I guess we'll work on or whatever. It's something that they were dedicated to and focused on. So it's not like they necessarily rushed it. It's that like they pretty much had the work done in front of them. They just all had to work together to get it done as soon as they could.
Because a lot of countries are neglecting the virus. So you have Brazil neglecting the virus with Bolsonaro. You know,
Yeah, but that's
calling it
Brazil.
Brazil. Then you have Russia also neglecting the virus. And then what else? Yeah, of course the U.S. And then you have other African nations that were neglecting the virus.
Yeah, pretty much all the countries with
Like,
all the most corrupt governments.
yeah, most corrupt and authoritarian governments.
Yeah.
And I was gonna tell you like a couple of minutes ago before like we talked about
Whatever it was we talked
okay,
about. I can't even remember what we talked about. It's so hard
but I
to
was on Omegle Sunday
Yeah.
on political Omegle, and there's there's some things that I questioned about Republicans. You know, they claim that they like liberty, they like freedom and stuff, but they're supporting an authoritarian government,
Yeah.
and that they
Like
love
I
less
find
government.
it really like maybe the ones that I see like maybe they're all trolls, but I see sometimes like praise King Trump. I'm like, hold up, this is America. We're not letting that happen again. There's a reason why all the
That's
English
probably a
fled
troll.
over to US.
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't get authoritarianism unless if you're the one that's in control, then I understand. But if you're a citizen, I don't see why you would like it at all.
I mean, a lot of immigrants, at least what I know, escape their
Authoritarian
countries from
countries.
their authoritarian country, and then come out. And then they come to find out that you know America is leaning towards an authoritarian government.
Yeah.
This is why I don't really support uh the Republican, sort of the Democratic Party, because they're compared to other countries, they're really right leaning.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the Democrats turned into you know moderate Republicans. You know,
Yeah.
like what
The
the
Democrats are
embodiment of what a moderate
basically
Republican.
right leaning politicians with leftist facade.
Yeah, with leftist views. So I guess the best thing to do is, I mean, I'm socially liberal, and so just have a society where you regulate capitalism and try to benefit the workers as much as possible.
Yeah. That sounds
Because
best to
there's
me
no
as
need to
well.
be that rich. There is no need.
Yeah, but what about
Frankly,
my
I
50 McMansions?
50. I have 200 McMansions. Get out of here, boy. I have 200 McMansions, three penthouse in downtown LA, Chicago, and New York, and I own child laborers and sweatshops in East Asia.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to talk about child labor next time. But seeing as our time is short, we'll see you all later in the next podcast. Anyway, thank you all, and we will see you later.
Thanks, everyone. I just want to leave a quick note. I really appreciate our viewers and our subscribers. Really appreciate you guys. We love you, and we hope that you keep on supporting us. Thank you.
Goodbye.